Hey fam, it's your girl Superwoman, but make it travel edition. Today we're diving into the glamorous world of travel fashion, but with a twist. Ever scrolled through Instagram and saw those picture-perfect travel pics? You know, the ones that make you think everyone else has it all figured out, you know, the ones with the flawless outfits and the I woke up like this energy? Yeah, those ones. Yeah, me too. But let's get real for a hot second. Behind every perfect photo is a story you don't see. We've all been there. Stuck on a 6-hour flight, crammed in a seat that feels like it was made for a garden gnome, questioning our life choices, regretting every single life choice that led to that moment, especially our outfit choice. It's a universal struggle. You thought your travel outfit was Instagram ready, until you spent 6 hours squirming in this seat. Comfort is key, people. Don't worry, I'm here to save you from making the same mistake. We're going to break down the do's and don'ts of travel fashion. We're about to expose those runway-ready travel outfits for the enemy they are. Trust me, comfort should never be sacrificed for style. Seriously, some of these outfits are more stressful than trying to stuff a week's worth of clothes into a carry-on. It's a nightmare. So, if you want to avoid looking like you just lost a fight with a suitcase, and trust me you do, stick around because today we're counting down the best outfits to wear on a plane. From head to toe, we've got you covered. And trust me, some of these will shock you. You won't believe what actually works best for those long flights. Alright, travel fam, let's address the elephant in the room, or should I say, the sausage casing in the airplane seat tight jeans and pants. I know, they look super cute and put together, but trust me, your circulation will be singing a different tune a few hours in. Picture this. You're on a long-haul flight, you've just finished that questionable airplane meal, and suddenly, you feel it. That deep throbbing pain in your legs. That's your circulation saying, girl, what are you doing to us? And don't even get me started on trying to go to the bathroom in those bad boys. We've all been there, contorting ourselves into impossible positions in those tiny airplane bathrooms, trying to pull those jeans down. It's like trying to wrestle a python. So unless you're into deep vein thrombosis and public bathroom acrobatics, I suggest you ditch the tight jeans and opt for something a little more forgiving. Your body will thank you, and so will your sanity. Okay, let's talk about swollen ankles for a second because nobody wants to look like they're smuggling watermelons in their socks. And you know what loves to contribute to those cankles? You guessed it, tight pants. When your clothes are too constricting, it restricts blood flow, and that, my friends, is a recipe for swollen ankles. And it's not just the aesthetics, okay? Swollen ankles can actually be painful and uncomfortable, especially after hours of sitting in a cramped airplane seat. And let's be real, nobody wants to be that person struggling to get their shoes back on after the flight because their feet have doubled in size. It's not a good look, trust me. So do yourself a favor and ditch the skinny jeans for your next flight. Your ankles will thank you, and you won't have to worry about investing in larger shoes upon arrival. Look, I get it. We all want to look good, even when we're traveling. But you know what's more important than looking good? Feeling good. And trust me, nothing feels as good as being comfortable on a long flight. Think about it. You're stuck in a metal tube for hours on end with limited legroom, recycled air, and the constant threat of turbulence. The last thing you need is to be uncomfortable in your own clothes. So, what's the alternative to those constricting jeans and pants? Well, I'm glad you asked. Opt for loose-fitting pants, leggings, joggers, or even a flowy skirt or dress. The key is to choose breathable fabrics that allow for air circulation and won't leave you feeling suffocated. Remember, comfort is king and queen when it comes to travel outfits. Choose wisely, my friends. Alright, my fashionistas, let's talk shoes. Specifically, those treacherous sky-high heels that some people seem to think are appropriate for air travel. I mean, seriously? Are we walking the Victoria's Secret fashion show runway or trying to navigate a crowded airplane cabin? First of all, let's talk practicality. Have you ever tried sprinting through a crowded airport in heels? It's not cute, it's a recipe for twisted ankles, broken heels, and a whole lot of public embarrassment. And don't even get me started on trying to navigate those tiny airplane bathrooms in stilettos. It's like trying to perform brain surgery with a butter knife. And then there's the safety issue. Imagine this. Turbulence hits, the fasten seatbelt sign comes on, and you're stuck trying to buckle up while balancing on what basically amounts to stilts. Not exactly the safest situation, right? Okay, let's talk about everyone's favorite airport experience, going through security. Now I don't know about you, but the last thing I want to do when I'm already stressed about missing my flight is to try and balance on one foot while awkwardly trying to remove my shoes. And let's be real, those TSA agents are not known for their gentle touch. One wrong move, and your precious designer heels could be getting tossed into the security bin with someone's dirty socks. And trust me, that's not the kind of baggage claim you want to deal with. Plus, have you ever noticed how those airport floors are basically giant dust bunnies? Yeah, not exactly the ideal environment for your Louboutins. So, do yourself a favor and leave the fancy footwear at home. Look, I get the appeal of a killer heel. They can make you feel powerful, confident, and ready to conquer the world. But when it comes to air travel, comfort and practicality should always trump fashion. Instead of risking your ankles and your sanity, opt for a pair of stylish and comfortable flats, sneakers, or even cute sandals. There are tons of options out there that won't leave your feet screaming for mercy after a long flight. Remember, the goal is to arrive at your destination feeling and looking your best. And trust me, nothing says hot mess like limping off the plane with blisters and a broken heel. Choose comfort, choose wisely. Okay fam, let's talk about synthetic fabrics. You know, those polyester, acrylic, nylon situations. We love them in our workout gear, but in a cramped airplane cabin, not so much. Picture this, you're stuck on a long-haul flight, the air conditioning is struggling, and your polyester shirt is clinging to you like a stage 5 clinger. Not cute, right? Synthetic fabrics don't breathe, guys. They trap heat and sweat like nobody's business. And trust me, nobody wants to be stuck next to a walking sauna on a 7-hour flight. Look, I get it. Sometimes those synthetic fabrics are just so darn cute. That neon pink polyester top, to die for. But for the sake of your fellow passengers and your own comfort, please opt for breathable fabrics like cotton or linen. These fabrics allow air to circulate, which means you won't be sweating up a storm. Plus, they tend to be more comfortable for long periods of sitting. Remember, you're going to be stuck in that seat for a while. Do you really want to feel hot, sticky, and generally icky the whole time? Didn't think so. Now, I know what you're thinking, Lily, what if it's cold on the plane? I got you covered. Layering is your best friend. Start with a breathable base layer like a cotton t-shirt or tank top. Then, add a light sweater or jacket that you can easily take off if you get too warm. This way, you're prepared for any temperature and you can avoid that whole synthetic fabric situation. Remember, comfort is key when you're traveling, and nobody wants to be known as the smelly one on the plane. Okay, picture this. You're on a packed plane, crammed in like sardines, right? The seats are tiny and there's barely any room to move. You can feel the heat from the person next to you and it's already starting to get uncomfortable. Now imagine wearing a sweater, a hoodie, a scarf, and maybe even a light jacket. You think you're prepared for any temperature, but are you really? Girl, you're not going to Antarctica, you're going to baggage claim. And trust me, you don't want to be the one peeling off layers at the baggage carousel. Seriously, I get it, sometimes those airplane cabins can be unpredictable. One minute it's freezing, the next it's like a sauna. One minute you're freezing your butt off, the next you're sweating like you're in a Bikram yoga class. It's a roller coaster of temperatures. But trust me, layering like an onion is not the solution. It might seem like a good idea at first, but it quickly becomes a hassle. First of all, it's just plain uncomfortable. You're squished in your seat, and those layers start to feel like a straitjacket. You're going to be squished in your seat trying to enjoy your in-flight entertainment, and all you'll be able to think about is how badly you need to peel off a layer. It's a constant battle with your clothes. Plus, have you ever tried navigating those tiny airplane bathrooms in a million layers? It's a nightmare. It's like trying to do a yoga routine in a phone booth. You can barely move, let alone take off a sweater. Not cute, my friend, not cute at all. You end up looking and feeling frustrated. Instead of going full-on Eskimo, opt for breathable fabrics and layers that are easy to take on and off. Think smart, not bulky. A light jacket or cardigan paired with a comfy t-shirt is the perfect combo. It's versatile and easy to manage. And if you get cold easily, a big, cozy scarf can be your best friend. It doubles as a blanket and is easy to adjust. It'll keep you warm without making you feel like you're suffocating. Plus, it's stylish and functional. Remember, comfort is key when you're traveling. You want to be able to relax and enjoy the journey. You want to arrive at your destination feeling fresh and ready to explore, not like you just ran a marathon in a sauna. So, dress smart, stay comfortable, and enjoy your flight. Let's talk about airport security for a sec, shall we? You know the drill: shoes off, laptops out, pockets emptied. It's basically a performance art piece at this point. Now imagine trying to do all that while wearing 5 layers of clothing. It's like a game of strip poker you never signed up for. You're sweating, you're flustered, and the people behind you are giving you the side eye. And don't even get me started on the pat down. The more layers you have on, the more suspicious you look. Next thing you know, you're being whisked away for a random security check. No thank you. I'd rather spend my time browsing duty-free than explaining to a TSA agent why I'm dressed like I'm about to climb Mount Everest. Keep it simple, my friends. Choose an outfit that's easy to take on and off, and leave the excessive layering for your winter camping trips. Trust me, your fellow passengers and the TSA will thank you for it. Okay, you've made it through security, you've found your gate, and now it's time to board the plane. You're lugging your carry-on, your personal item, and maybe even a neck pillow for good measure. You're already feeling the weight of the journey, both literally and figuratively. The last thing you need is to be weighed down by a mountain of clothing. You finally reach your row and look up at the overhead bins. Oh no, they're already full. You start to panic. Where are you going to put all your stuff? And then it hits you, your bulky layers. They're taking up precious space in your bag, space that could be used for souvenir snacks, or even just a little bit of breathing room. Listen, I know you want to be prepared for all types of weather, but trust me, you don't need your entire wardrobe for a 4-hour flight. Pack smart, pack light, and leave the bulky layers at home. Your back and your sanity will thank you for it. Alright, let's talk about smells. Specifically the kind of smells that can make or break your airplane experience. We've all been there, right? Stuck on a long flight next to someone who smells like they bathed in a vat of perfume or cologne. It's enough to make you want to invest in a hazmat suit. Listen, I love a good fragrance as much as the next person. But there's a time and a place for everything. And a cramped airplane cabin is not the place to unleash your inner perfume enthusiast. Remember, you're sharing that space with hundreds of other people, and not everyone appreciates the scent of Odie overpowering floral bouquet or cologne of 1,000 muskets. Keep it subtle, my friends. A light spritz of your favorite fragrance is all you need. And if you're really concerned about body odor, opt for a deodorant that's long-lasting but not overpowering. Remember, a little goes a long way, especially when you're trapped in a metal tube, hurtling through the air at 30,000 feet. Now let's talk about deodorant stains. They're the bane of our existence, especially when we're in a rush. We've all been there, right? That moment of panic when you realize your outfit is ruined. You're rushing to get ready for your flight. Time is ticking away. You throw on your favorite black shirt hoping to look sharp and put together, and bam! You're greeted by 2 giant white streaks under your arms. It's a nightmare. It's like your deodorant is trying to stage a coup d'etat on your outfit. Listen, I get it, it's frustrating. We all want to stay fresh and confident, especially when we're traveling. First impressions matter, but sometimes our deodorants have other plans. They seem to have a mind of their own. They decide to leave their mark on our clothes like an unwanted signature, like a badge of honor, or dishonor, depending on how you look at it. It's embarrassing. And let's be real, trying to rub out those white streaks is like trying to erase a permanent marker stain. It's nearly impossible, it's just not gonna happen. So, what's the solution? How do we avoid this mess? Well, for starters, choose your deodorant wisely. Not all deodorants are created equal. Look for one that's clear or invisible solid, something that won't leave a trace, and make sure to apply it evenly and thoroughly, and let it dry completely before getting dressed. Patience is key here, and if you're really worried about stains, take some extra precautions. Pack a travel-size stain remover stick in your carry-on. It's a lifesaver. It'll be your secret weapon against those pesky deodorant marks. Trust me, you'll thank yourself later. Alright, so we've talked about strong perfumes and deodorant stains. But what about just plain old body odor? Let's be real, traveling can be stressful. You're rushing through airports, lugging heavy bags, and dealing with delays. It's enough to make anyone break a sweat. But that doesn't mean you have to subject your fellow passengers to your personal aroma. Remember, a little bit of hygiene goes a long way. Pack some refreshing wipes in your carry-on and take a minute to freshen up before you board the plane. And if you're really feeling self-conscious, a spritz of body spray can work wonders. Just make sure it's light and refreshing, not overpowering. Remember, the goal is to arrive at your destination feeling and smelling your best. So ditch the heavy fragrances, choose your deodorant wisely, and don't forget the refreshing wipes. Your fellow passengers and your nose will thank you for it. And there you have it, my travel buddies, the ultimate guide to what not to wear on an airplane. Did I call out any of your go-to travel outfits, or do you have your own airplane fashion fails? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more tips. Thanks for watching, and happy travels.